What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. It's March Madness for real. So, with all the upsets going on, right? I think it just recently happened to the star player at Illinois, fighting the Illini, where your team loses, or a school that you're a fan of loses, and then you start sending death threats and racial and racist comments to the players or particular players or the star players on that team who happen to lose because you wanted them to lose. And these are college students, these are young men, some teenagers, some when I say teenagers, 18, 19, but some 20 and up, right? And see, this plays into this is what these kids are not getting paid for. See, because when you're in professional sports, quote unquote, NFL, NBA, even MLB, NHL, hockey. I can't say MLS because that's American, but overseas, across the pond, those footballers, which we call soccer players, there's all this racial stuff racial overtones and undertones that they wind up having to deal with. But see, these young men are amateurs, so it's okay for them to go someplace and be called all kinds of N words and monkeys and coons and go back to jail. See, people forgot about when Allen Iverson went to Georgetown and John Thompson had to take the team off the floor. See, people forgot that, right? And subsequently, he wound up playing, I believe, in the same city that happened in. Here's the thing. This is March Madness for real because you see with these quote-unquote shootings and this, that, and the third, don't be surprised if one day you got a crazy fan who goes to the car and comes back to the team bus. Because one thing we forget is what's going on with a lot of sports is betting. So people are betting, small amounts and large amounts of money on sports and hoping to get a big return. That's their stocks. That's their stocks and that's their cryptocurrency and that's their quote unquote investment portfolio. And that's, oh, baby, need a new pair of shoes, dice game. And then when you have these big losses, this is what happens. This is what happens. And here's the problem with that. Everybody gets paid but the kid, So the coach can just go home and be in their nice house, go in their nice bed, drive their nice car. But this is what the kids got to deal with. We're going to shoot you. We're going to kill you. We're going to blow your head off because of a game. And then you wonder why, even in the professional ranks, sometimes there's no quote-unquote loyalty because the teams don't have loyalty either. But you wonder why the players say, I just got to get up out of here. You don't know where this comes from? It's because of stuff like this March Madness for real. Because I forgot, I think the guy's African. I know it's EJ at Ohio State, but the brother for Illinois, I think he's African, And here's the thing with that, because they got beat by Loyola in Chicago. So that's state on state, crime, right? Basketball crime. Here's the thing. You got people like this who might, I would say, maybe first generation, maybe second generation immigrants. And this is the America that they had to deal with. And they're like, wait, what? Yeah, they have to deal with the racism in a different way. I forgot I think it's Cephalosha who got his leg broke by the police. I think he was playing for the Hawks or the Raptors at the time. And his white teammate I think that was JJ Redick, saw how the police treated him. Was Tiago Splitter. It's one of them. But anyway, this is how things go down. And the reason why I'm putting all of this into this particular video is because nobody knows what sets these people off. See all this, I'm burning people's jersey, I'm spray painting people's houses, that type of stuff. I'm punching people's pregnant wives in the stomach, and people go, "What?" Oh yeah, that happened to Steph Curry's wife when she came to visit Houston. One of the guys some guy who was a fan of the Rockets, got mad and punched her in the stomach when she was pregnant. Yeah, stuff like that does happen, just for the record. You know, people trying to spit on you, people, trying to grab you and trying to swing on you, and people throwing stuff at you. This happens this is pretty much the norm. The Boston Red Sox thing, we already know about that history there, right? So ultimately, are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be. But here's the thing. This is why these HBCUs about to make a rise again. Because you ain't got to deal with all that there. You don't. You don't. So like, share, subscribe, but die, try, and peace.